And I am raw to the bone. Happy Friday, y'all. I know my time is fluctuating lately, but I gotta fit in my corporate job, because that's what holds all this shit together. All right. So I got to do that first. All right. But I'm here now and I'm gonna start y'all out with positive vibes as I always do. And it's gonna be a what?
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two,
Hey.
get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do. The aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. What? Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Come on. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, yo. Hey. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, yo. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts and poison the ride. Hey. Head full of flaws, so she coming fast. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. So I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive vibes are overtaken. I got patience. One day at a time, that's how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself the foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Hey. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Good morning, hillbilly. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Good morning, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Good morning, mother. Step forward. Hey. Good morning, good morning. Oh my goodness. I need a hug today. Let me tell y'all why. Because it's really the fuck September, y'all. I mean, what happened to the summer? Like literally, I feel like the summer did this. Zip, zip, zoom, and it was gone. And September is really Septembering. Like the way the sun comes into my house is different. In the summertime, the sun is booming through my windows. My plants are flourishing. Now I'm getting all that little shade and the sun is shifting over to the left. And the weather feels like September. It's ghetto here. It's for me, it's ghetto here. Okay. I had the nerve to be on the phone with my mother this morning. Okay. And we know she's in Florida. Okay. That state, as we know, has its good and its bad. But she had the nerve to say to me, "Oh, I wish we had a breeze." I said, "Oh my God, it's ghetto here." But she's wishing she had a breeze because it's so hot in Florida. It's so hot. She wished she had a breeze. But if my mother was right here in New Jersey, right here today,
she would be like, I'm cold. Take me back. I want to go home. You see, we never satisfied. See, Pat, you too, right? You blinked in your eyes and the summer was gone. It's disrespectful here. It's ghetto. Now, I don't know how the weather does in Savannah, but all I know is that it feel like literally my windows are open and it's got a chilling in my house. September is Septembering. And what is today, the 1st? See, hillbilly, what's the temperature here? I'm going to tell y'all what the temperature here is right now. Okay. Like I said, September is Septembering. It's 62 degrees here right now. How the hell you go from it being hot as fucking hell outside to 62 degrees? My nose is running just thinking about it. I can't. I'm very upset. I need a hug over here because it's so ghetto. Oh, so Pat, you still hot too? Then, hey Angel, I'm over here needing a hug because September is Septembering and I don't like it. I want the summer to come back. Or I need a windfall of money so that I could go on another damn vacation. Cause right now I just I just gotta manifest a lot of shit. You know? I hope I get a blessing. Cause I deserve it, y'all. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her over there. Look at her. Look at her showing off. It's 83 degrees here. You know what? I'm gonna read the positive thought because I'm done with her. And I need some positivity in my life right now. So I'm going to go ahead and read the positive thought. But guys, we have a great topic to discuss today. This was a topic that I was asked to put on the board here. All right. And the topic here, just so that y'all can start thinking about it and marinating about it as I am reading the positive thought. Do women respect men that make less money? Does money matter? What does this conversation look like? Why enter the relationship in the first place? Okay? Okay, do women respect men that make less money? Okay, let that marinate for a while. I'm going to let a few more people gather. Hopefully, more and more people will gather. Hey, Brandilla, that is the topic, all right? That is the topic. That is a topic that I was asked to put on the board because somebody is asking this question. So we're going to contribute to this topic in hopes to give this person the answer that they need. All right. This is a real topic that was pushed on us by somebody here that needs us to chime in. So let us do our job, y'all. Let us chime in and help this person break this question the fuck down. Do women respect men that make less money? All right. Okay. Why do you enter the relationship in the first place? What does this conversation look like? Does money matter? Now let that marinate. People come on, gather, call your friends, your sisters, your brothers, your men's, you know what the fuck, your ladies, whatever the fuck you need to call. Let me get into this positive thought while y'all get y'all acts together. All right. Hey Zen, good morning.
Hey, good
Oh,
morning.
I need that sexy shit. You get on my damn nerves. You know, y'all get on my damn nerves. All right, so September. Let me get this positive out here before y'all start acting stink up in here on a Friday. September is the month of trust. I need September to last for a couple of months. If there is something worth putting your butt on the line for, you must put your butt on the line. If your butt gets cut off, you must trust that you will be able to get along without it. As long as you have a butt to rest on, you will not trust yourself, but as in BUT. When you figure out how to get along without a but, you will know the meaning of trust. You know how we say such and such, but such and such, but that but. September 1st, I experience and express the power of trust because I am learning to trust myself. Trust is a simple process. Either you trust or you don't trust. You either trust yourself or you don't trust yourself. When you don't trust yourself, you will not trust other people. When you do not trust other people, you cannot trust the process of living or loving in which people are involved.
Mm.
When you don't trust loving other people, you cannot live openly and fully. When you are not open to living fully, it means that you expect to be hurt. Mm, mm, mm. This expectation makes you constantly afraid that you can't handle the pain. When you don't believe you can handle something, it means you don't trust yourself. Bingo, bing, bing. This is exactly where we started. Until today, you may have believed that trust was something you learned to do in response to your experiences, or that you have learned not to trust as a result of your experiences. Just for today, consider and reflect on the beliefs you hold and decisions you have made about trusting yourself. Today, I am devoted to developing a deeper level of self trust. This shit is deep. It made my stomach hurt a little bit. It did, cause you know where it got deep for me. Cause it started out with like you don't trust other people because of the experiences that you were involved in, right? But then it puts you in a place where you don't want to get hurt, right? Because you don't think you can handle that hurt, which means that ultimately you don't trust yourself. So it comes back to you.
Yes and no. Yes and no. I think that acting out of experience is wisdom, right? You don't want to get hurt. You don't want to go through the same stuff where you're snot nose crying and sitting on the toilet going doo doo with your stomach all in knots, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go through that.
Mm-mm.
But to say you don't trust yourself as a result because you feel like you can't handle it, no, you're avoiding a situation.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the trusting of yourself is something completely different. I don't think it comes down to you specifically. Ultimately, any situation you react to, respond to, and how you do that is one thing. But I know I wouldn't put all blame on you. But it is, I guess, your choice to respond or to accept how people do treat you and the people that you keep around you.
Mm-hmm. And so, like, say a person is in that space where they don't trust because they don't want to get hurt again. Like, how does a person get past that to be able to be open, to be in relationships of deeper feelings? You know what I'm saying?
No, I know exactly what you're saying.
It's
I
weird because there's people, I feel like in my age bracket, I feel like there's a lot of people in that space. Like people are walking around guarded
yeah.
because they don't want to get hurt again, right? And so there's a bunch of people that talk about I'm never going to get married again because my last one had died. Everything is like a dark cloud because of their experience, right? So they stay guarded. Or I'm never going to live with another person again because, and so they stay guarded. How do they get past that to be able to love again and be in a loving relationship?
Well, first of all, I think they have to want to. Some people like to be in that spot. They want to be in that space. It feels good to them because they can sit on the sidelines and just, you know, boo-hoo to all their friends. And I'm not saying, I have a very jaded view of these people because I've seen people sit there and they say they want these things, but they don't do anything to better themselves or make themselves available to be receptive to love and companionship.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going to change. This is the way I am. They have to accept me the way I am. Well, can you at least meet them halfway? You know? Or how about don't be a dick your first time out? How about, you know, let that settle in a little bit over time?
Yeah.
You know, that's
Hey, Dalton, aka Knowledge. What the hell do you want us to call you? You know, I mean,
a great name.
I know.
I like Dalton.
Yeah. Hey, Johnny. Good morning.
Hey, Johnny.
Happy holiday weekend. That's what I'm talking about. You know, it bugged me out because for a minute I forgot it was a holiday weekend. And I got super excited when I realized I'm really off on Monday. Okay? I don't know about y'all, but that tickles me.
You really are.
It tickles me. And so I didn't mean to get off course, but that trusting shit, September is going to be deep for me because I feel like I'm in that space where I think I trust myself. I definitely think I trust myself. But I don't know how to phrase this. I want to say I have boundaries in place that if based on my experiences, like you were saying earlier, based on my experiences, right, I avoid certain situations because I don't trust opening up too much to that situation again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a boundary. It's not like I don't trust again because I do I trust another person or another new situation, but not this particular situation or this particular person based on my experience. Yep, you missed it, Johnny. Don't be hating. Don't be hating. He came on here and tried to cute. You know?
Yeah, so like so this part, right? This expectation makes you constantly afraid that you can't handle the pain. When you don't believe you can handle something, it means you don't trust yourself.
Okay, you rereading it. Yep. Yeah.
So
think about that. That's what I'm
like
saying.
what that means to me is, have I grown past that situation? Right? Not that I've closed myself off, but have I grown in the fact that I now know something hurt me and I know I'm not going to let that happen again. So what am I going to do to change? What is within my control to change?
Right.
It doesn't happen again, or to see that it doesn't happen again. Right. So if we think about it that way, did he shake that, Mr. Bill?
What the hell? And look at Johnny. I was all come on now. I was all into that shit you were saying. You had me mesmerized.
So so anyway, but it's a growth thing, I believe, to say. And if you don't, to say that you don't trust yourself, that could be true, right? Maybe you're not ready or prepared to handle that situation again, and it may reoccur. You may be in that same spot. So, you know, I guess it could be a trust of yourself, but to me, I'm just like, nah, I just feel like I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
Let me grow a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good one. Pat said we need to trust ourselves and just enjoy the gifts we receive from others. True, but you know, that's easier said than done. You know, that's you know. I do trust myself though. I believe wholeheartedly I trust myself.
Oh, I don't.
You don't trust yourself? I do. I trust myself.
No.
What don't you trust yourself with?
There are times when I know that I will be put into a situation where I will be tested and I will have to keep silent or keep my tone even and correct and proper. And I don't trust that I can always do that, because if somebody comes at me sideways, I won't be able to keep my composure. And that is what I don't trust myself with.
That's a good one. That's a good one, because I know for sure. I know for the fuck sure. I know for the fuck sure. I will turn it into MF and Chucky.
Right. Exactly.
This here, listen, I like this here for multiple reasons. Lion King, Chucky, whatever the fuck you wanna.
Keep some razor blades up in there, you know.
You know?
A pen.
You know, but ultimately, I think I still trust myself. I mean, I trust myself to be myself. How about that? That means that whatever the fuck happens in any situation, Raw is going to be herself. I trust myself to be myself. That's what I trust myself. Now, I don't know. That could be a range of things. Okay.
So I trust, and that sounds just like what Johnny said. I trust myself to not put myself in a situation that would make me not trust myself.
Now, how do you do that, though?
Like, wherever you go, there you are.
You know? Really said that's not necessarily a bad trait. Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm just the fuck saying.
Me too.
You too? What you drinking? I'm drinking iced coffee.
Oh, I'm drinking hot coffee.
Oh.
Well, it was hot.
I have an attitude. I'm drinking iced coffee, but it's fucking Septembering outside. Like,
Girl.
where is the 80-degree weather? Like, seriously, I'm not ready for this half-ass sun shit.
It's going to be 80 today, 78-ish.
Come on, Zen. It's only September 1st. Like,
Oh,
why
I
are you
know.
doing us like this? Like, seriously.
I hear you.
It's disrespectful.
It's rude.
It's ghetto here.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I want to go to Florida. I looked up tickets to go see my mother in October, and they're $118 for the cheap ticket.
All right, so tomorrow is going to be 82.
Oh,
Sunday it's going to be 90.
okay.
And
That's
Monday is going to be 93. Tuesday 94. Wednesday 93.
okay.
Thursday 92. Happy?
Yeah. Can I come sleep in your pool?
Girl, I've been in my pool once. I didn't even finish doing anything. There are weeds growing out there.
Oh my
There's wildlife.
I
There's
can't even believe it. He got a big ass pool. You talking about he been in it once? It's ghetto over there too.
It's been one of those
summers.
Life has been lifing.
Yeah, tell me about it.
You know?
Tell me about it. So the topic today was contributed by a member of Coffee with Friends. I'm not going to say who contributed the topic, okay, unless they stand up and say, I contributed the topic, all right? But the topic today is, do women... Hey, Angel. Hey.
Good morning, bitches and motherfuckers.
Oh, so she, you know, she got ready just so she can come on camera like me.
I was intimidated, okay?
You should be, okay?
You're applying pressure, all right?
All right. Listen.
She had to throw that hair up.
I was like, let me put on some earrings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's right. Guess what, though?
What?
You look so cute.
Oh, Zen. You're the only person that told me that today.
We all look cute today.
Let me see. All right. This is the topic. Do women respect men that make less money? Now, why this topic? What's the matter, somebody?
I'm gonna tell the truth.
Let's
All
talk
right.
about it. Okay, go ahead. Let's fuck that. Because it's Friday. Fuck
Before you come out with it, all I'm going to say is
Listen.
your response is very telling.
Right. I got a meeting at
What
10:30.
motivates you?
Wait, what?
Your response will be very telling about what motivates you as an individual.
Okay, but listen, this ain't even my shit.
Okay.
This ain't even my shit. So Jerry came home from work yesterday on 10, like yelling into the phone, like having this full on. It sounded like a fight. Okay, it sounded like some motherfuckers was into some shit, and so I'm just like, oh wait, what is going on? Like, here's your dinner, but like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
It's him and two friends, and they've been on the phone for hours debating if women respect men who make less money than them.
Oh, so you brought this topic in.
Yeah. It's not my shit though. It's not my shit.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I
don't have these kind of issues, right?
Yeah.
But so one of his friends that he was on the phone with was saying, like, if a man makes less than a woman, that's not her man, that's her son.
Okay, go
I've
ahead.
had a lot of sons. I had many sons.
That's why her breasts are so big. She got bosoms for days, feeding all them kids.
How do you make them move like that?
My boobies move. What you talking about?
What? Bitch.
Anyway, go ahead.
I have boobies.
I don't have.
Anywho.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, so yeah, that was the conversation, and it lasted for hours. It was very deep at some points.
So where did they end up?
Yeah,
I left. I texted Robin because I didn't really want to be like intrusive and impede on the conversation because he was talking on speakerphone, but he just talks on speakerphone. And I didn't really want to like start talking and be like, like. I said, you know what? We gonna bring this up on the podcast. So I texted Robin. I was like, I got a topic.
Well, let's think about it based on our experiences. Let's just think about all of us. Think about our experiences in all of our past relationships, right? I don't know how the same sex relationships work, but as far as money and who makes more. But let's think about all our relationships, even in same sex, when someone made more than the other person. Has that ever impacted your relationship in any way? If you make more money than your partner, okay, yes. How?
Go ahead.
What's the issue?
It temporarily. I think this was many, many years ago when Eric and I were only together, I think, for a few years at this point. But he had always been the breadwinner, right? Like, that was just his role. He was kind of like head of household. I was younger and not, right? I'm not gonna say it was less than or whatever. I just wasn't, right? I did make significantly less than him. And then at one point, I got a lot of raises and I made significantly more than him. So then technically I was the breadwinner, right? It was not received very well. He held something within him he held on to. It didn't sit right. Now he could care less. I don't care if he makes more or whatever. It doesn't matter. We're both making money together. Let's just enjoy it and be happy. That's all. But yeah, I think at the time there was a point where it bothered him.
What? Go ahead. Anybody else want to Angel or?
I'll say this. I don't think that after, I don't remember, like, prior to about 25 or so, right? I don't remember who made more money and all that shit, right? But 25 and up, like I've always made more money than who I'm dating. Um, with that being said, I have never been in a situation where I did not respect him because I made more money. And I think that part of that comes from the type of men that I date, right? So I'm not gonna date a dude that don't make no money and sits at home and plays video games all fucking day, and then I go to work and I come home to a messy house and shit ain't done. Like if you know what I'm saying, like I've always dated like go getters, and
Yeah.
even though they might not make as much as I do, they're still like they doing shit, and they
Yeah.
my ex husband could fix anything in the house. I ain't even ashamed to say, like, the lights got cut off 1 month. We was behind on the light bill. Lights got cut off. This motherfucker went in the backyard and unlocked some shit. It was a big old spark at nighttime. It put power in the house again. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? So, like, it money money isn't the only thing when it comes to placing value on a man.
Agree.
Money is not the only thing. So yeah, they may make less on a paycheck, but they add so much more value to your life as a woman that you don't even see that. And so the respect will be there
Right.
because the value is there. Now, if there's no value and there ain't no paycheck, yeah, you got another fucking kid. That ain't your man. That's another kid.
Hey, protagonist. Thumbs up, y'all.
Teacher, yeah,
Only 5 out of 12.
where the
I
lights.
forgot. I'm sorry. I just clicked thumbs up.
With Angel, I would say that I'm on the same page with you, right? So I have never in my entire life dated a man that makes more money than me, except for, well, one guy didn't make more money than me and then he excelled and passed me. But, and I would say that I agree. Like, I date men that have very good jobs, very good careers, but based on the career that they chose, their salary brackets are just different from the career that I chose, right? It
Mhm.
doesn't mean that they don't have very good careers. They got pensions, they got savings, they got all kinds of shit, right? And so I've always dated guys that had great jobs, but just made less than me. Did that impact our relationship? I want to say for me, I didn't respect them any less, right? Because the men that I date, they were also better at managing finances than me. So even though they made less than me, they were the type that was able to save more than me.
They were good stewards.
They were good with their money, and that's what inspired me about them. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I did have some experiences where, resentment arose in our relationship. Maybe one particular relationship I can think of where in arguments it would come up, oh, because you think you make more money than me, you can say whatever the fuck you want. And I'm like, what the money got to do with it? Even if I made less money than you, I'ma still say what the fuck I want. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It mattered to him. It didn't matter to you.
right, but the mere fact that he brought that into the argument told me that it bothered him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that there was some kind of resentment
Yeah.
there or
Yes.
whatever. And he felt less than because he started to feel like, I was just making decisions based on the fact that I made more money. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna make these decisions any the fuck way. Like,
Mhm.
he couldn't fathom that. And it always came back to the money thing. So for me, some men are bothered by that. And that's when I say to the men, right? When you are dating and you realize that this woman, based on her career, all right, makes more money than you, and you think that you're going to have an issue with it, why do you enter the relationship in the first fucking place?
Right.
Because half of these women don't give a fuck. If they picked you and they decided to be with you, right? they have already decided that I want to be with this person. It doesn't matter how much y'all make. So then why do y'all get into these relationships if you can't handle it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's, you know, I don't ever disrespect anyone that I'm with unless they give me a reason to.
Woo. No matter
Right?
how much money you make.
It don't matter. Treat me with respect. I will treat you with respect, and that's it. I don't care if you have a job making minimum wage. If it brings you joy and you're happy and that you're sharing that with me, fuck it. Do it.
Right.
I don't have an idea of what type of lifestyle I want to live in. I have an idea of how happy I want to be. Wherever that is wherever it is.
Exactly. You're right, Shirley. Shirley said it sounds like he felt if he made more than you, he would have had more control in the relationship. Raw. True. But and this is where knowing me comes into play. And this is where he messed up, right?
Yeah.
Because if you know me, right, I don't give a damn what your paycheck looks like. I'm still gonna do and be me, right? And so it's not gonna matter based on the money. You wasn't gonna have more control. It's just who I am. But because I made more money, that's what he used as an excuse, I felt, right? But that was his insecurities, right? So it does affect some relationships. But why do you guys get in relationships with these women in the first place if you can't deal with it?
Do you think it is I want to make sure I phrase this appropriately. Do you think it is their perception of things that they then put on the other person? Meaning they feel a certain way because they're making less than their woman, but then turn it around and put it on the woman and say that you don't respect me because I make less than you.
That's projection.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
That's
so, like, what do we think that's what the ratio is, right? Like, how many times would that be accurate, or how many times does a woman just say, "Hey, I want to live this type of lifestyle, and you making this little bit of money is not going to help me." Right?
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, think about the housewives.
For real.
They marry for money. They have an idea of what type of lifestyle they want to live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And really, like that's kind of like how I am, right? I'm not like a housewife, but I don't look for there's not a salary requirement to date me.
Right.
You know
Well,
what I mean? Like,
I'm lying now.
as long as you're not impeding on me, like if
Well, that part.
you take care of yourself and
Yeah.
I don't have to pay, all your bills and shit like that. Like,
Yep.
we good.
Yeah.
And you need to be able to like come along with me on my ride.
Yeah.
So what I want to do, you need to be able to come. Can you go with?
Yep. I agree with that. Like for me, there's no salary requirement. I mean, there is to a point because I want to be honest, right? I'm not going to downgrade my lifestyle, right? I'm not going to do that. So it has to be someone I'm going to date within my bracket. I want to say that. And there's kind of like I guess there is like a range in there because I don't want to downgrade. Like I could not date someone that makes $30,000. And it's not because I'm being biased or prejudiced or anything like that. It's because I know because of the things that I like to do that I would have to fund a lot of the things for both of us. And I cannot afford to do that. So I need someone that is already living by themselves, taking care of themselves, been traveling, paying car notes, insurances, and shit like that.
Being an adult.
You know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Life insurance policies and shit. Someone that's already doing that. I don't care how
Right.
much money they make. I mean, you know, within
Yep.
reason. If they're in my lifestyle, that's good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Because then we can balance each other out. But I don't go around telling people outside of our relationship how much somebody else makes. Like that's like between you and your partner. You know what I'm saying? And so to me, when a guy or a woman or whatever gets upset that their partner makes more money than them, what is that about? Because if it's just between you and them, what the fuck do you care?
It's what Johnny said. It's ego. Like men's egos are tied to two things.
Oh,
their
okay.
dick and their paychecks.
Okay, Johnny said it's ego. Some men want a certain woman, but when they get them, their insecurities come to the surface and they can't handle that. They are not the man that they should or could be in a relationship. So
Right.
when you get to that point, what's the advice for the man who does get with that woman? Not thinking that he was going to feel this way, but this feeling arose in him along the path of this relationship. What is the advice for that man that starts to feel like that?
Well, what Cheryl said, right? It takes more than making money to build a genuine relationship. How else is that person contributing to building and growing your family or the relationship you've agreed or want to have?
I agree with it.
Exactly.
Do we think that's enough?
She stated the answer to his question. You know what I'm saying?
Like, and it came in before his question. Right. Yeah. But do you think, Cheryl Lee, I love that answer, but do you think that's enough for some of these men?
I don't know.
Think about it. I'm going to give you an example. How many scenarios have we seen play out on TV? Because in real life, I don't know a real scenario like this, but on TV where the man is the stay-home mom, right? And the woman is out there in the corporate world doing whatever, and the dad is stay home because he goes to school. And the agreement is the woman is working, helping him pay his tuition, but he also watches the kids, right? And sometimes the way they show it on TV is that guy that stays home watching the kids and going to school builds some sort of resentment, right? And then they wind up having an affair, and it's because they're feeling like, oh, my woman is making the money and she acts like she's the boss of me. Why do they play those scenarios out on TV? And do any of you know of those type of scenarios where the guy is like a stay-home dad or whatever? Hey, Ghost.
Good morning.
Good morning. Johnny said 40.
Good morning, bruh.
Good morning, Peanut.
I had to come in and speak.
Peanut.
I've been absent.
Yes, you have been.
I've been
Yes,
busy
you
though.
have
I've been busy though. It ain't been. I just been not coming. I've been busy.
Oh, that's cool. I understand. Life be lifing.
Yeah, life was like totally lifing. You know,
Life is like life be lifing.
Yeah.
I get it. 40K is in West Virginia is 100K. The fuck?
Hey,
Wow.
did y'all hold on? Did y'all know? I'm sorry. Did y'all know that the value of the American dollar is changing in November? Like as of like the first week of November, the value of the American dollar is gonna drop to like 55 cents.
In comparison to
great.
what?
Yeah.
You said what?
In comparison to what?
In comparison to like BRICS nation or the BRICS foreign alliance that's forming, they're about to like take the bow, like it's like Russia and Africa and
they're coming out with their own.
Asia. They're all coming together and they're gonna drop
that there's a whole world economy thing that's going on that is going to play into that. So that little soundbite is a much bigger issue.
We're gonna see.
We're gonna see, but it's
Yeah.
but it is a much bigger
Great.
issue. So what
It is
this
great.
is, this is all
It's
stemming
like
from Russia,
Britain,
from the
Russia,
communism and the war and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's a few of them coming together. I don't know. I'm trying to stay on that one though, because the value of the
Well,
dollar.
I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to get to Kenya since they done said we don't need a visa to get there. We still need the 75 shots, right, before we go to Africa.
Damn. I
Right.
want to Kenya. I don't even want to go.
But you don't. But you don't need a visa now. I want to go. Shit.
Why?
Cause I never been. What the fuck? I want to go everywhere. I would love to go there just to experience it. Oh, Jerry said bricks have been talking about this for years. Hillbilly said bricks are getting stronger.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. But knowledge, I want to go back to what you said, knowledge. Knowledge said, back to the topic of do women respect men that make less money? Knowledge said, I wish I had that experience. Did I miss that? Knowledge, what did you mean by that?
A woman that makes more money than him. That's what he was saying.
I wish I knew what that felt like. All right. So
Yeah.
you're saying that you've never had a woman that makes more money than you. Wow.
That's what he's saying.
The fuck?
This moon.
I would love to have the experience of a man making more money than me. Not that he need to, but I would love to have that experience to know what that feels like.
Mhm.
Why? Why does that matter to you?
I said it doesn't matter. I said I would just like to know what it feels like.
Why? Why though?
You know, because it's a deeper issue for me. It has nothing. It's my thing, right? I feel like that because I've always been a caretaker. I've always been the one that if that person was like, oh, my check got messed up, I'm short this month $300, that I always was able to pull the $300 out the hat. Or, you know, I like to get ready to get cut off because somebody was irresponsible. I'm always the one that's got to do it. So I feel like it's more about me. Like, I'm tired. Like, I want to be like, I'm short the fuck this month. You know, you got me, or, you know, the wheels are getting ready to fall off my car. You got $1,500 to put the wheels on my car. I want to go to instead of being the go-to.
Let me ask this. Do you know what comes with that?
No, I never been there. So how the fuck I know?
Oh, I was just going there. Go ahead.
So that's like asking me, do I want to be miserable poor or do I want to be miserable rich? That's like asking me that. But
Not
what comes with
necessarily.
that?
Okay, well, this is where I'm going. I have a friend, a close friend, who has been involved for several years. And I say involved because she thinks that that's her man, but it ain't her man. With a millionaire. He's a millionaire, multimillionaire. He owns a luxury yacht company, and, you know, also has his own another business as well. But what comes with that is lots of women.
Mhm.
I didn't say I wanted a millionaire though. I
Oh,
want
okay.
a man that makes more money than me. That to me is, it could just more money than me. It could be
The more,
1,000 more, 40,000 more.
but the moral of the story is,
I don't mean
The moral of the story is more money usually means
You know,
more access to other
I'm
but
women.
it
gonna
also
tell you this.
changes, guys. It
People
changes
say
people.
that, but
It does.
again, I have never been with a man that has made more money than me. And guess the fuck what?
They cheat too.
Motherfucking right. These bitches cheat too. It don't got shit to do with it. So like I said, if I'm gonna put my pussy cat on the fucking line, bitch, can you make more money than me?
Wait, you ever been cheated on by an ugly nigga?
Yes,
You
I
know-
don't cheat on my motherfucking ugly. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter.
The fucking audacity.
It don't fucking matter if they make less money than you. These motherfuckers will cheat on you. So that's like I said. You want me to be
Yeah.
miserable poor or miserable with some goddamn money?
Oh,
Fuck it. That
Right.
shit.
They be
That's
ugly.
funny.
They got
This
trash dick and got the nerve to take that bullshit somewhere
Thank
else.
you.
You be like, what the entire fuck?
Right. Even motherfuckers that don't know how to fuck right cheat on
That's
you.
what I'm
But
saying.
what-
That's what I'm saying.
Listen.
But what makes
Listen.
admit to a ugly, no dick having motherfucker?
Because you know
Because
why?
maybe he had a dick.
But he
He
was
was
not.
just ugly.
But no, because we're women. We look past a lot of shit when we find somebody that we love. Like we look past all kinds of stuff. Men don't do that though.
No, they don't.
Men don't do that.
I don't really understand. Maybe it's just me, but I don't understand how people fall in love with ugly people. First of all, bitch, you'd have never got my number.
Because ugly is ugly to you might not be ugly to somebody else. Like to me, somebody might be like, your man is ugly. I was like, he nice looking to me.
And that is true. But at the same time, there are some people on this earth that you know, and even they know that they uglier than a motherfucker.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ghost, there's a lid to every pot. That's all.
It is. It is. That's what I'm
throw away.
Cheers.
Some pots gotta just throw away. They done.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, right, Shirley. And I want to go to all of them. 10 different countries in the motherland you can visit without visa.
So Hillbilly said a while ago, this is like 20, 25, 26 after 9. Why is everything based on money?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have an asshole who makes $1 million or a kind man that makes $50K?
Oh, wait. Say it. Read it again, Zach.
Would you rather have an asshole who makes $1 million or a kind man that makes $50K?
A kind
man.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that's basically what we're saying, right? Like you don't really have. That's what I was saying earlier. As long as you're happy, that happiness is going to pour into the relationship, right? You're not bringing stress and tension and aggravation and all these things. I don't need that. So I feel like if you make more money, you breed more of these things that's more negative than positive.
Well, Jerry said the reason why men venture off has nothing to do with your looks, your sex, nor finances. Why they leaving? Why they venture off then, Jerry?
Because ain't
men.
No pussy better than new pussy.
Wait, no what?
Ain't no pussy better than new pussy.
Because Jerry said the reason why men venture off, right, has nothing to do with you. Basically, they just want some pussy.
It's just in us. Like we like variety. Honestly, like I've been saying this since the beginning. We like variety. It is what it is. It ain't that I love that bitch. It ain't that I want to be that bitch. I just that whole body and what her lips look like. I just want to fuck that up one time. You know what I mean? That's all.
That's true.
Yeah.
And they're always fascinated by something new. There's men who cannot fathom.
I want to make sure I still got it. You feel me?
Yep. Knowledge that men
so it's about you.
But there's men who cannot fathom the idea that a man can be monogamous with one woman his entire sexual life. Like they can't fucking imagine it. They're like, ain't no. It's Jerry too. We had the conversation.
Oh wait. So tell us what that conversation would look like. Monogamy is not natural for men. Hey, Mr. Enigma. All right, so we got 3 men on here. We got Mr. Enigma. We got Jerry, and we got Ghost. All so far that said monogamy is not for men. Okay, so why is it impossible, Jerry? And so I'm being nosy now. Y'all can tell me to shut the fuck up. So how does that play out in y'all relationship if you know that?
If I know that monogamy is impossible?
Yeah. Knowing that your man is saying that.
Listen, this is what I say. It ain't cheating if I'm aware.
Okay.
That's my thing.
That's fair.
And
if I know about it, it ain't cheating.
And it's not it's not usually because we don't know ourselves or have no control. It's in our DNA. It's in us. It's like to not embrace it is like going against nature. Like that shit is like it's like going against nature.
So, okay, besides Ghost, because we know that you're open and honest about what the fuck you do. Knowledge and Jerry, y'all gonna be open and transparent with y'all women, not sneaking around and shit. You're gonna be open
you don't lie.
with your women and let them know that you be out there fuxing. They don't have to know when or exactly what, but you gonna let them know that it's happening or it's about to happen, or you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying, Angel. Like, are y'all gonna be open about that? Because if you do not disclose and be transparent about what's going on, then it's cheating.
Mhm.
You can't come after the fact and be like, well, you knew monogamy wasn't. Nah, motherfucking bitches. Nah, that's cheating. If we've already had the discussion, that means that you got to come to me and be like, listen, I'm probably getting ready to open up my eggplant a little bit. The fuck, have that conversation.
Wait,
I don't
break-
think I'd be letting you know I'm about to go do a damn thing. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
not that you're about to go do it, but
Right.
like at what point does Angel know that Jerry is gonna be out there fuxing?
Well, that's what.
It's
What's the question? Like, so Jerry, he says for a relationship it's possible, but for sex it's not. Like monogamy, right? But
monogamy.
what is
What he's-
that? What is? Break that down for me.
Yeah,
He's saying that he can be in a relationship with one woman.
that's what I'm taking it as.
However,
Sex multiple.
he is not exclusively having sex with just one person.
Right.
Oh,
That's-
okay.
Yep.
That's what
So
he's
that's
saying.
that's a ghost scenario.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said Ghost and Jerry and
Okay.
yeah. And Mr. Enigma. Mr. Enigma said, absolutely. If I'm paying, I'm getting what I want. So you're going to be transparent though with your woman that you're in a relationship with, though, Mr. Enigma, and let her know that you're sleeping with other people, right? She doesn't have
What
to
is he
know when
paying
it's
for?
happening, huh?
What is he paying for?
You know,
I
guys always say
assume
they have to take
house-
care of women. It's all their, they paying for it.
well, I was hoping
Exactly,
for
Patricia.
pussy,
If
but
there's 10 women to one man, what you expect to happen? And then all the women are chasing the same type of fucking man. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of women are fucking the same dudes.
Mr. Enigma, you lost me because before I get into a relationship, so you're saying once you get into a relationship, you will be monogamous?
Fuck.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
And a
Right.
lot of,
Drop it. Put the link, Robin, in case it.
yeah, we all had the link saved. So
Yeah,
Listen, y'all are
we don't need it.
I've been when y'all fucking feel like it. Y'all are ghetto.
Right.
He's paying for the household / relationship. Okay, that's how I took it. He's paying all the bills.
yeah.
Okay, but wait. So if he makes less money, let's bring it back.
Okay.
If he makes less money,
Okay.
does that still apply? I'm asking.
I'm asking for a friend.
Oh, I'm just kidding. Well, he said if I'm paying,
Yeah.
if I'm paying, I'm doing what I want. Well, if you don't make as much money as her, and you ain't paying, you still doing what you want.
Enigma love.
Hey, what's happening with you, baby?
Listen, let us hear the shit. What you got to say?
Let's introduce
Hey,
yourself.
Mr. Enigma. I've never
Mr.
met you.
Enigma,
How you doing?
how did you find us? Who dragged you here?
Of course, Jerry.
Oh, okay. You from the Jerry crew. Okay, thank you, Jerry,
All
for
right,
spreading the
all
love.
right.
So let's go.
So it was my topic.
Oh,
Oh, you were one of the friends. Okay.
And we were not in. Well, we wasn't heated when we were talking about it. You know, we were maybe just passionate.
Well, and Jerry is he can get elevated.
Oh yeah, without
You know.
question.
Right.
He gets excited.
Now to answer the question, the last question I was talking about, like I'm a polygamous person, so I'm not going to go for a monogamous relationship. So if I'm dating, that's one of my requirements. That's what I'm going to say up front. So that way you don't have to figure it out when we get in a relationship. There is no cheating because there are people out here who are polygamous. I say men are not monogamous by nature.
Mhm.
You know, they have to be taught or they have to have a morality, a religious morality that usually keeps them from venturing out with other women. But if you go back to your ancestry in Africa, the men had many wives. But the European demonized. He demonized it because polygamy is not for sex. Polygamy It's the institution of learning. So if you have a man that has 4 wives, all 4 of his wives have a skill and a language. And so when one of the wives become pregnant, all 4 of the wives, that boy or that girl, their skill and their language. So by the time this kid is of the age of 12, they have an intellect of a PhD. So they had to slow that down. That's how they built the pyramids. And that's the reason why the European can't figure out how to build the pyramids today. So polygamy was essential to grow intelligence in society. So that's why the European made it about sex and made it about pimping, and it's not about that. So monogamy is not natural to the man.
But those cultures also treated women as possessions.
Not true.
Very true.
Mothers. In order for a man, so you have chiefs in cultures, right? In order for a chief to be a chief, the queen mothers have to vote him in. You have to be a man of integrity and treat women with respect in order to be chief. I know this for a fact because I got an uncle named Chief Nomo. He's a chief in Ghana. He's the only African American chief in Ghana, and he has 6 wives. Okay, you have to be. Let me tell you something. In his tribe, if you rape a woman, the mother of that man that raped would take the hatchet off the wall. They lay him on the table, and she would kill him. And then she would say, "We plucked out a bad seed." See, we're thinking American as we think of an American Western way, but in the East they don't play. They have a totally different culture with their women. Okay, so it ain't we don't. Their women are not like, I'm a strong black woman. Our women in America are the only women that say that. No other woman.
But that also has been
what they say in Ghana. I need to learn what they say in Ghana if it's getting them these good men. What they say in Ghana. I'm not a strong black woman. What they say?
They submissive.
No.
Do they go and say I'm a little submissive woman? What they say?
So what it is they saying when they go, you're of good count, or you are of no count. So to be of good count means you are someone that's important to the tribe. Okay, so a woman, to be of good count, she has to be either a mother or a teacher, right? But they value motherhood. So these women are looking to become mothers. They don't care if this man has children with 4 other women. They want to be of good count. So they want to be counted in the tribe as someone that contributes to the tribe. That's how you get queen motherhood. If you're not, they don't. If you're a woman that's barren, you're not considered a woman in that tribe. So what would happen is one of the wives of a man will bring her into the marriage. Now the man can protest it, but in their culture, the man has to listen to all of the women before he make a decision. He just can't say no. So then they'll present this woman as even though she can't have children, you don't have a lawyer in the tribe. So he'll say, okay, and he'll let her in. And then now, since the children he has with these women, now these children are her children. Now she's considered a woman.
Now, you see the question below? That's fine, but see, you are polygamy. You are a polygamist, right? But in America, how does that play out in the view from an American perspective?
Well, and that's what I was going to ask, is because these women that you're referring to grew up in that society. So that's their culture, and that's what they know. The women here did not grow up that way.
Let me ask you something. I was listening to the podcast, and so you have a male partner, correct?
Yes.
Now, years ago, it was difficult for a lot of gay men to come out as gay, right? Some gay men date women so that they can please their church or maybe their family, right? So, and today there are a lot of polygamous people, but they don't come out as polygamous because they're viewed as someone who's just trying to have sex with multiple women. So for American woman, it's going to be difficult for her to hear this because she's been taught through the Christian religion about monogamy.
Right.
Okay, but there are people who are walking away from the Christian religion. There are people who are going back to their roots of being polygamous. There are apps for polygamy. There are groups. So it's not difficult to find. But yeah, it's difficult to just try to get an American woman who's been taught that she's going to be with one man to join this idea of polygamy. It's going to be difficult. So you just have to find a lane, to find out if you can. I mean, to get women who are actually interested in polygamy. That's how
Well,
you go to American women.
polyamory. I'm going to call it polyamory because I'm not sure of the difference between polygamy and polyamory.
Polyamory is
but I
a
am.
relationship with love.
It's relationship based,
Yeah.
right? And that's what I'm familiar.
Yeah.
That's what I'm familiar
Yeah.
with. So that's all I'm going to
Yeah.
speak on. That is demonized by Western civilization, and specifically in America, is it's looked at as a bad thing, and it gets a bad rap because some people do use it. Men will use it as an excuse to cheat.
Mm-hmm.
And
play out in an American.
They'll carry the umbrella of I'm polyamorous, but really they just out here just fucking on, lots of women. But when you look at it for what it is, which is a relationship-based love of multiple people, it's not a bad thing.
It's not being but see, polyamorous is when you have multiple sex partners and everybody is aware. So it's not a reason to cheat, because if he's polyamorous, he's not using that as a reason to cheat. That's just what he is. What he is cheating on is himself by being monogamous, by being something that he's not. That's where the cheat.
That's cheating, yeah.
Well, to what you said, Enigma, is if you're upfront about it, then it's not cheating. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. If you're honest and your partner or spouse or whatever knows what they're getting into, then they can't say anything about it, right? Because they knew it up front. They made that decision and that choice.
So basically, when I said earlier, at least let me know when you're about to do it. Now I understand why Ghost was like, nah, I'm not letting you know shit. Because if you are transparent up front and you say, I am a polygamist, right? And I don't believe in monogamy, right? Even if you get into a relationship, like in your situation, Angel, because Jerry's saying monogamy is impossible, right? That's already saying that he's, gonna do whatever he's gonna do. So
right. And then also I look at it like this too, right? If I'm in a relationship with someone, they're not my possession. I don't own them. They have autonomy over themselves and their own body. Who am I to say you can't have sex with somebody else? I can do that for myself if that's what I choose to do, but I can't do that for somebody else. So I look at it from that perspective too. And part of that is probably trauma-based. It's based in, being in relationships in the past where I've been cheated on and found out, women calling me talking about, well, man was
exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I came to the realization, wait a minute, just because we say we're in a relationship don't mean that.
And that's why when you said earlier, would I rather have more money and deal with more women? I'm like, motherfuckers that made way less money than me cheated on me. So it's not for me, it has nothing to do with the money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Necessarily. It has to do with them just being able to be transparent. And I feel like in our community, in our new generation in general, I feel like more and more people are becoming more and more transparent about the things that they want in relationships. So for me, a lot more men, I wasn't used to hearing men come open and be like, nah, I'm not, with the shits. I don't believe in monogamy. More and more men are standing up and they're saying this, right? And more women are like, okay, I haven't figured out yet, to be honest, if women are accepting it because they can't find what they think is a better partner, or if women are accepting it because they truly believe in polygamy. I can't figure that out yet.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, because I have seen some relationships that say that they're open relationships, but not necessarily polygamous. And I don't know, people put different definitions on their relationships,
I
right?
think it's all the same. But
Right. Me too. I kind of think it's all the same too, but people put all kind of definitions on it, right? And for me,
Don't come in with it.
It's not all the same.
it's not all the same. So what's the difference? What's the difference?
Like between an open relationship and a polygamous relationship?
Yeah. What's the difference?
Okay. The difference between an open relationship and a polygamous relationship. Okay, in an open relationship, it's like you're in a relationship and you committed to each other, but like say for instance, like for me, it's some shit, it's some stuff. I could curse.
Talk.
Okay, it's some stuff that I wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to go get that somewhere else, that do you know, type shit.
right.
But you know what I'm saying? Just be open about it, because don't bring me nothing back. Don't try to sneak and lie and hide in my face. That's what an open polygamous relationship is like, where it's you and someone else, and y'all all in a relationship with each other. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are all in the relationship.
Okay, go ahead, Zen.
Yeah, no, she's right. I mean,
That's how I see
if she
polygamy.
wants to be if you want to be technical, but I think Enigma was using it in a different, like a bit of a different situation, right? What he was basically describing is what Peanut described as an open relationship.
Exactly.
But he's at least being honest about it, right? And to her point, you go do you, right? To me, like right now, if Eric told me, hey, you know, I'm really into this dude, I want to go kick it, go have fun.
That's
You know?
considered open.
Right.
Because you're not in a relationship with the dude also.
No, but like I don't want. I mean, if I wanted to join in, sure, maybe, you know, whatever. But I'm not afraid that I'm going to lose him,
Mhm.
right? Like I'm. It's not about that. It's about sex. If you have a need that you need to fill, then that's just physical. That doesn't come with the knowledge, the past, the things that we've built together. That's all detached from that physical aspect.
That's it. Now the difference is though, I'm not gonna let you, I think the person over here cool, I'm gonna go kick with him. I'm not gonna let you know that. You know what I'm saying? I let you know from the jump that situations like this may come up. So whenever I meet somebody, that's just what the fuck it is. But I'm not gonna tell you nothing.
See, no,
I'm not
tell
gonna
me.
tell you. No, I told you from the beginning when you got with me, this is how it was.
Yeah, but
that was your telling.
no,
That's all
but
you get.
you need to have open communication with your partner, because you never know what could happen. That's just my point. You never know what could happen. The person could set you up. The person could give you something. Just anything. Open communication.
So you telling your partner gonna stop them from setting you up or stop them from giving you
no,
something?
but
Exactly.
at least you'll know who it came from. You know where it is. You know what I'm saying?
All right, siblings.
No, calm down, siblings. Siblings, relax.
Look, listen, Peanut, Ghost, don't make me pull this car over.
Okay, exactly. So Angel's response is, because Lou was like, monogamy is not impossible, it's a choice. And Angel is saying, in today's culture and climate, monogamy is becoming a thing of the past. You know, it just makes my stomach hurt, because I'm gonna tell you no lie, y'all. I'm still growing up. I really, really am. I'm not grown yet, because I don't want my man fucking on nobody else. I can't. Like, I can feel the doodle guts coming upon me. Like, I'm not ready for that. Like, I'm not strong enough. Like, I just feel like, listen, because this is where I be worried. See, the way y'all see me live my life out loud sexually, I want to be able to do anything I want to do and not worry about where you've been, who you've been sleeping with, right? Because for me, it gets in my head and it fucks.
Or what if it's some shit that you don't want to
like licking your nuts and your ass or some shit like that? But now, and I might have like tongue kissing your ass but now I'm thinking all the pussies you might be eating, your mouth, all of that shit fucks me up mentally. Like, so for me, I'm not ready for it. I'm not growing up. So I know that in today's culture and climate, monogamy is becoming a thing of the past. And that's probably why I'm probably going to be single, because if my man can't settle down, or woman, or whatever the fuck I end up the fuck with, can't settle down with one person.
But why can't you
There's
make
the-
that part of your screening process?
So
You know what I'm
there's-
saying? Why can't you ask that question up front?
I do ask it up front. I always ask it up front.
I mean, do you say cheat, or do you say, have you ever been in an open relationship? What are your views on that?
Well, yes. I'm like, are you, have you been in open relationships, or how do you feel about exclusivity? I am a person of exclusivity because I have that conversation because I'm the person that after I fucks you, I be up in the bathroom with the mirror looking at my cootie cat trying to figure out what the fuck.
Wait. I'm finna call you on the carpet. It takes you quite some time to get there.
What, to ask about exclusivity?
Yeah.
No, I ask about commitment. Commitment takes me a long time to get there. That takes me a long time to get there. But when I started dating, I made sure that exclusively we were sleeping together. Okay.
Fair.
I never the commitment part of whether I'm your girlfriend and shit like that. Now that's a whole nother Bang Zoom Venus Mars shit that I'm suffering with. Okay. But how many motherfuckers you sticking your dick in? I have that conversation because I'm funny. I don't like sleeping with multiple people at the same time, even though I've said to myself a million times, you got to grow up, girl. It's all right to sleep with multiple people at the same time. It's hard for me to do that.
Me too, Johnny. Me too.
So if there's something that your guy is into sexually and you're not into it, you just tell him he got to go without it?
Well, I'm not that woman because I'm into everything. I have never run into something that he say he into that I'm not into. I'm like that. I'm about this motherfucking life. That's why I'm like, where the fuck you going?
Right.
Okay, so
and Robin, we're different in that aspect because there's a lot of shit that I won't do.
You're not cool with you got women. Would you fuck other women with him?
I might.
Now
it depends on the man. How I feel about him. I might.
Yeah, like Ghost. I am very sexually adventurous. Have always been. My husband is not. Right. So there are things that first of all, I will never shame someone's kink. Right. So no matter what you're into, that's good for you. I'm not going to shame it.
And yes, Jerry.
But there are things that I'm into that he would never be, and he's not open to, and I'm okay with that. I've made that choice for myself. I understand your point. You're saying that the woman is making the man withhold, right? But what if the man makes that decision on his own just because of how he feels about the woman?
What, to be monogamous?
Yeah.
No, to not give in to those desires that the man has.
Desires. Yeah. Like if you have a desire to have threesomes all the time, if you love the woman that you're in a relationship with, would you give that up? That's what you're saying, right, Zach?
Like, you're asking somebody to change who they are because you love them.
Right.
No.
I don't feel like they love you back because if they really love you, they won't want you to be like, oh no, don't do that because of me. Like they won't want you to change who you are. They feel in love with who you are when they met you.
Yeah.
Like again,
just be upfront about who you is when you talk to people. That's the only thing I can say. Because that way, when things come to fruition, then it's not no shock or it's not you switched up on me. No.
No.
From jump. Because
I don't disagree with that at all. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying from my perspective, it is I made the decision knowing that my partner was not into the same things that I was.
I could respect that because it would take a bad motherfucker and it would take a real a real person, like a real bad motherfucker, mentally and sexually and intellectually, make me feel that way. But I feel where you're coming from, because if it's someone that's out there like that for me, then that's my person, and I'm gonna settle down with my person. You know what I'm saying? So I can
Yeah.
catch them. You know what I'm saying? I can understand your perspective on where you come from, because if you love that person enough, like, cause it ain't nothing. Because I done met some people like, oh, you want a cheerleader tonight? I got you, type stuff. You know? It's nothing to do a little role play. So yeah, I can understand that too.
I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
I mean, you know, if that's how you move down the line, you feel like you fell in love with somebody so much where you don't want to have sex with nobody else. Cool, that's a decision you made on your own. Now, do I feel like you still gonna get them urges? Yes, I do. Just because you
Of course.
just because you fell in love, don't mean that shit stop. How you gonna control it now? I don't fucking know. But you know, kudos to you if you can.
Would I love to do the things that I'm into, you know, every once in a while? Absolutely. I still think about it. I still want to do it, but I just don't, because he means more to me than that desire. I feel like that's temporary, right? What we have is much greater than that.
I feel all that. I do, like, to a like on a serious level though. I do feel that, because at the same time, it ain't like, man, I don't know how to say this without putting too much out there.
Good morning, Rochelle.
Never stopped you before.
Like, I've dated, like, you know, plenty of women in my life, but I'm gonna tell you, it's like when you come across somebody that feeling wise, yes, you love them and stuff like that, but with the combination of they got like the best pussy you never had in your motherfucking life, that kind of make you not even want to fuck with another bitch. I ain't gonna lie to you, because like sometimes it don't even be worth it. You know what I'm saying? Or it just be like that sexual connection that you have with your partner that make you be like, man, you know what? Yeah, I like doing this other shit, but I don't get that same feeling with them that I get with this person. You know what I'm saying? Like the connection is a lot more. So even basic sex and with somebody that you connected with can be like an extraordinary fucking feeling. You know what I'm saying? It can be that can do a lot to you. But stop completely? I don't know. Maybe slow down.
Well, you know, Ghost, we're in different spaces. You know, it's just, it is what it is.
Yeah. I love this. You know what? This is a good conversation.
It is. I appreciate the honesty people are, the transparency that people have now.
Yeah, I do too.
Because it really, Robin, from your perspective, it's really kind of whittling down that list, right? It's really making that list of potentials smaller and focused so that you could find the right partner for you. If everybody was honest and transparent about what they wanted and how they wanted to proceed, it could be a nice menu, right?
Yeah. Wait, Johnny said threesomes. My jaw hurts with one now. I got to take care of two at the same time. Lord, you know what?
We talked about sore jaws yesterday.
Yeah, but because we were saying if men want threesomes, how, and and your partner doesn't, and he was commenting on that.
I have to pee now. I'll be right back.
I mean, I feel like
you gotta kind of like spread that time out. Then, like, the same amount of time that you would probably eat that one girl out, you're not gonna eat out that same amount of time in a threesome. Like, you have to spread.
Is he giving directions on how? Wait a minute.
You gotta see that up. You can't eat this one for 20. Then you can do the same thing over here. Nah, bitch, you get 8, and we gonna get these other ones out a little bit later on in this mix.
You see, to me, that's one of my things that makes my stomach hurt. Like, I can't imagine my man just eating all these pussies and then coming back and putting his mouth on me. I'm having an issue with that.
as a man with the freedom to do whatever, I'm not eating no random pussy out here. I wish the fuck I would.
But they are random. You don't have relationships with them. You just fucking them.
Yeah, we just fucking
They're
like,
random. And how many other people are they just fucking? It ain't they not just fucking you, they fucking other people too. And all these people got their mouths on their vaginas.
you
It's kind of
my
nasty.
dick.
It's kind of fucking nasty.
Man, you finna suck my dick. I'm finna put this condom on, beat your back in. I'm finna
That's your condom when you gonna fuck. But what about when y'all sucking dick and eating pussy and licking ass? It's all mouth to mouth. Ain't nobody pulling out them dental dams. I know Tina said she used it one time, but that was the only person.
No,
Not
that-
all that.
No, that-
Everybody don't get that. That's
that-
not all been done.
there's levels to it.
Yeah,
No.
that's levels to that.
Okay, Pina, you are speaking from an LGBTQ community. I know for a fact that the women, well, I'm not going to say all, but a majority of the women that I know in LGBTQ plus community, okay, they don't take licking cootie cat lightly. If
No.
they lick the cootie cat, that y'all like some sort of relationship exclusive
No.
thing.
At all. You ain't getting the lickety lickety. You can give me head all day, but that don't mean I'm going down on you because that's it.
That's what I'm saying. Right. So I get that. That's for you. But in a heterosexual relationships with the men and the women, these women, you hear it in the songs. They be proud. They talk about their booty holes are brown, how they go around licking all these men's different asses. Women be boasting about all the penises they suck. Men boast about all the pussies they eat. It's crazy.
It's ghetto out
You know
here.
what it is.
I ain't that heterosexual nigga that just be eating random bitches and ass, licking ass shit like that. First of all, ain't nobody ass getting licked around this motherfucker but Ken's. And my nigga, like, let me tell you something. I don't know. Fuck no. Fuck no.
TMI.
Nigga, I don't eat. You in the car. Ain't nobody eating no random ass. I'm not eating no random pussy. Like, no. So I can't do it, but I'm definitely gonna put my dick in your mouth though.
You know what I'm saying? But see, now look at her. She got all these dicks in her mouth. And she go home to somebody else kissing them in their mouth. Come on.
What they got to do with me? I'm not kissing no bitch.
It don't have nothing to do with you, but I'm just saying, this is how that shit gets passed around. Like, I be like in my head, because I'm like, syphilis live in your mouth, bitch. Herpes live in your mouth, bitch. And people just be putting their mouth on shit and then coming back and kissing, talking about, I don't sleep with random people, but they are random. You're not in a relationship with them. You're just fucking them, right? Because in open relationships, you're not really supposed to. Some of the rules are you can't revisit those things. You fuck them, you move on to the next. So they're random. Now, Jerry is asking me, Raw, it's not all those. What if it's just you, him, and one other? Are you talking about in a polyamory situation where three of us are in a relationship, or are you talking about it's just me, him, and another just fucking for that night in a threesome scenario? I need you to clearly ask me that question so that I can answer you, right?
He's driving. I need him to fucking call in.
If you asking about both,
Right.
He asked, put the link up there when he said he want to go live. I put it up there.
Right.
He didn't join it. Right?
Jerry, can you just click on the link and not be texting while you're driving? Shit.
Yeah.
Who? Jerry?
Please.
It ain't that word.
Listen, I want to know what you're asking me, Jerry, so I can answer it because I live my life out. Now, at this point, a threesome, no, I don't think I'll be open to that at this point. Now, if it was a big deal to him, I might do it. I don't know. I might.
Too many body parts for me.
But yeah, but now, and I was gonna say earlier, Zen, when I said I'm with the shit and I do a lot of shit, but I wanted to back that up. I would not. I would not want my man to say I want another man in the bed, because to me that's too much meat for me. I'm not sucking two dicks. I'm not gonna do it. Just not gonna do it. So that's a no for me.
I mean, I always wanted to be in an Eiffel Tower situation. I'm just saying.
I cannot. I can fuck not.
I'm sorry, I should say that for coffee.
Right. Like, okay.
After dark, right?
I know. I gotta go.
I know. Coffee after dark. We're gonna do a coffee with friends after dark, but you motherfuckers always be asking for coffee with friends after dark, and then y'all forget.
And don't show up.
Y'all don't show the fuck up. Then y'all don't be dressed the fuck right. Y'all be fucking up my vibes. And
I show up and be half naked. I show up with no shirt on.
Okay.
You don't never have no shirt on.
Exactly. So we're gonna do a coffee with friends after dark. Since Monday is a holiday, we're gonna do coffee.
You gotta get ready
on Sunday. What?
I was saying, stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready.
That's right.
Exactly.
Johnny, don't dig into it.
What is that? September 3rd, right?
Who is ringing?
That's me.
Debbie, you at the house?
Okay. It's coffee with friends after dark, Sunday, 9/3.
Oh, you moving into a Sunday now? No more Fridays?
Everybody's off on Monday.
Well, I'm going out tomorrow. And we're off on Monday. So we Monday's a holiday. We'll do Sunday after dark, 8 p.m. It's always 8 p.m. Deb, I need to call you and Fancy.
Gonna get on live, Deb. Gonna get on the live, Deb.
I need to call y'all over the weekend. Wait, your average logical thinker just cleared it up. What did she say? Let me go. I
missed it.
Okay.
Let's not act like one night stands don't happen. Don't act like people don't screw others with no commitment. Keep it 100. And some of anything and everything goes down. That's true.
I never had a one night stand in my life.
Really?
No. Never in my life. I don't give a damn. I'm telling you, I'm weird. Like, people be shocked as fuck because I have a lot of sexual energy. I will play with you. I will flirt with you. I promise you, in Cancun, somebody tried to get in my room. They were like, oh, what you doing? I could come up and keep you company. I was like, nah, I'll flash my titties all day. I'll feel up on you and shit. But I never had no one night stand. I go back to my shit.
You trying to give a man blue balls.
No, I don't give fucks. I don't do that.
How you gonna tease a motherfucker and them like, nah, you can't have
it? She's a tease. That's what I do.
Well, let me tell you. I know you've been doing it for a long fucking time. But be careful.
Don't come to Texas with that shit.
No, I'm saying be careful. There's a lot of men that ain't gonna take that tease and then that rejection.
First of all, I'm very careful with the men that I do that with. I don't do it with a whole bunch of men, and I always make sure that I have a bunch of people that I know around me. And fuck that. Y'all men need to control yourself. Y'all teasing me too. That just because we flirting don't mean you getting some pussy.
Yeah, if you start showing titty, that ain't just a flirt. That's
you know what? Think about it and go jerk off.
Thank you. So me showing my titty means that I gotta give up some ass.
I mean, now you got me wanting you and your titties. You showing me your titties.
And you can still want
and then you can jerk off with it.
Nah, see.
Right, you don't have no self-control. The fuck?
That's what I'm saying. Now it's like this is what I'm starting to hear is that people like you, not you specifically, people like you that think this way don't have self-control.
Oh,
I mean, if I didn't have self-control, then I will be a motherfucking rapist. But
that's like, what you saying is this guy gonna lose control.
I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be upset that you're telling me no. That don't mean I'm gonna take it from you.
That's okay though.
Don't mean I'm gonna take it from you, but I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm like, man, I wasted my night with this bitch. She up here showing me titties and playing with a nigga.
You know why I say that's
you're also telling her to be careful.
Yeah.
So not do that to everybody.
So
and Jerry talking about ghosts be on point. So Jerry, you if you see a woman that's being flirty, you gonna be more. I am y'all. I am. You got that. You have a right to be upset if you don't want to give up the ass.
Since the Stone Ages, she's been a tease.
Wait, that said Robin's one carrying some mace. I really do because I be with the shits. I really do need to carry mace. Yeah. I'm just saying. I mean. I'm not with the one night stand. I have never. Now I might have one day in my life, but I have never.
I think jerking off mad than the motherfucker. Piss the fuck off, nigga. Like this bitch here. And,
I
I'm
know
saying, and
that's
why you jerking off? I'm saying, why you sitting there jerking off? When it's time to motherfucking nut, in your mind, you nutting in that bitch face. You disrespecting the shit out that hoe. Like,
Listen,
you stupid bitch.
everybody's not for the one night stand. So I mean, I'm just saying you got to be
I
prepared.
mean, you know, it's kind of in a man's mind. I would say for most, or maybe even just the normal human. It's kind of hard to say that you're not with one night stands from the outside looking in. Like you're not with one night stands. You ain't gonna do this or whatever. But then you'll spend a night teasing the motherfucker, not necessarily just teasing, but showing titties. Like you showing sexual parts that typically don't get shown. Like that's a sexual thing to
Why
do.
don't
So
they
it's like,
hold up,
you throwing pussy at me,
hold
but
up.
then you gonna take it away at the end of the night. Like,
Wait, no,
bitch, you
I
just
want
wasted my whole motherfucking night. I could been over here with a bitch that teasing me because she really gonna give it to me.
to.
You over
Okay,
here playing with me.
but first of all, right? I don't just flash my titties anywhere, right? But I go to adult resorts where the sexual energy is there. We see titties all day the fuck long on the beach. Titties ever the fuck where, right? So for me, flashing my titties in an environment where people are walking around topless, laying on the beach topless, I'm just adding to the adult energy that's there. This is why I go to adult resorts. If I want to show my titties, that's what the fuck I do.
Going to an adult resort where everybody there is walking around topless or whatever, that's different than going to like a bar or something.
You said
That's
at the bar.
different.
Well,
That's
the
different
motherfucker
than
was
going out
sitting-
somewhere, meet somebody, flirting with them, and showing them a titty. That's different.
No, I don't do that. I did it in Cancun, yes.
Okay,
Because
see, in thinking about flirting with somebody and showing them a titty, you're not the average person ain't thinking, oh, we at a nudist beach or some shit.
Well,
We ain't thinking like that.
We
thinking
I was at an
normal
adult
setting.
resort. No, I don't do that at the bars around the corner. I was at an adult resort when I pulled my titty out. And, and even though I did do that, that don't mean you could come up to my room. That was a moment.
Right.
You were staring at me. I gave you something to look at. We even.
I was
Period.
already looking at it. Now the fact that you done took it a step further and showed me your titty, bitch, now I want that
That
titty.
still
Bring
don't
it
mean
here.
come to my room. It still don't mean come to my room.
Well,
It
no,
don't.
I'm not saying it mean that. I'm saying like now what I really want from you now. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at you just thinking you was cute. You know what I'm saying? I might come try to shoot my shot at you. But you just sit there and flash the titty at me now. It's like, all right, bitch, now my mind on fucking. Now my mind is only on fucking getting to know you. I just want to fuck you now.
He had a whole woman sitting next to him, mean mugging him the whole time. She was going to give him some ass. He could have released all that.
What I tell you earlier, on this same show, to a man ain't no better pussy than some new pussy. I got this pussy on the side of me that I've been fucking, but this new bitch over here is flashing me a titty. I ain't never had that titty or that pussy. Now I want that.
Oh my gosh.
You got to be careful. I mean, I'm gonna have to be careful. What I gotta do? Learn how to throw knives and shit.
No, I'm just telling you like what the mind be thinking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, oh, I'm gonna act on, I'm gonna come take it from you type shit, or I'm gonna come at you in the creepiest way to try to get it from you. I'm just telling you like where my mind goes now, like in those moments. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, yeah, you done flashed the titty at me. Now I want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna come over there and I'm still, you know what I'm saying, finna, try to finesse you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna smile in your face, I'm gonna kiki ha with you, buy you a drink, get to, and get that feeling going. I'm gonna try to create the vibe. Don't get it fucked up. But you know what I'm saying? You made yourself my target now by flashing me a titty.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You made yourself a target.
And that's fine.
So if you didn't plan on, if you weren't sexually attracted to me like that, you shouldn't have flashed no motherfucking titty at me. You know
exactly, y'all. That's what Ghost is really saying. He's saying, Roy, don't come to Texas with that shit in November. That's what the fuck he's saying. Keep your titty on the inside. And Knowledge said we were having fun at the bar. It wasn't an advancement. Thank you, Knowledge, for having my back. Thank you. See what Knowledge said? Because he was there.
Yeah.
He was sitting right there. Thank you, Knowledge, for having my back.
But that wasn't like no strange shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all went there with the purpose of being friends and hanging out. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Like, again, you weren't no random person that he seen in Mexico who wasn't on the trip together with y'all, who looked at him from a distance and was like, hey, and flashed him a titty. No, you weren't that person. Y'all were all there together in the group.
She ain't talking about knowledge though. You talking about the dude that
No,
was at the bar.
Knowledge was next to me. I smashed my titties at the guy across the bar.
guy across the bar, right?
Who was
Knowledge was next to me.
Okay, I would actually have to be there to know how that all went down.
The guy kept staring at me, and his girl was me mugging him. And he was across the bar, and Knowledge was like, "Oh, that's Grills. We were playing volleyball with him." And I said, "Well, why he keep staring at me?" And so I lifted up my top. I said, "Let me give him something to look at." I said, "Tell me when he looks, so I can keep lifting up my top." And that's how that happened. I kept lifting up my top. The guy kept staring the fuck at me, and so I did that.
Oh no!
The fuck I did. What?
Well, yeah, that too. That's what Jerry just said. That too.
Most men recognize versus
in that setting, that probably seemed more fun. In that setting, that probably seemed more fun. It wasn't like you was giving him googly eyes the whole time he was saying that to before you flashed him a titty type shit.
He was giving me googly eyes. So
what it do, bro? I'm on vacation, my G.
All right, I'm going.
I know we all need to go the fuck on. But listen, Coffee with Friends After Dark. We're going to drag this conversation over to Coffee with Friends After Dark Sunday, September 3rd at 8 o'clock p.m. Now, don't fucking come here looking ghetto and raggedy. And don't come here and be shy to get on the camera. Coffee with Friends After Dark, unfiltered. Not that the 8 a.m. show was filtered, because y'all come on here raggedy anyway. Y'all talk about what y'all want to talk about. It don't matter the fuck time. But the mood setting will be different with Coffee with Friends After Dark. All right. So hopefully I will see you guys Sunday at 8 p.m. Coffee with Friends After Dark. Don't be shy.
I'll be here with all the body artwork.
Yeah, make sure your ass is oiled up and the tattoos are shining and shit. Yeah. You know, don't say yes, then you make sure you get some
I gotta go get some baby oil now.
Some silk undies or something. Wait.
I gotta go get some baby oil now.
Enigma, you could throw on some Savage Fenty. You know they got the Savage Fenty, you know.
Oh man, look, I'm about to get ready for work right now. That's what you see right now. Yeah.
You know, I want to see. They got lingerie for men too, y'all.
Oh, here you go. You know, you the second woman that said that went to the second day. I mean,
exactly.
About lingerie for men. I'm like,
they do.
You know, my drawers is my lingerie.
I fucks with them lace boxes, but y'all men be acting like y'all can't rock with them shits. But them shits be sexy, especially if you got a nice little butt. Like,
I'm not doing that.
No, ain't nobody doing no shit like that. Lace boxes.
That's not right. We're going to talk about that at Coffee with Friends After Dark. Why y'all won't do that, but you expect women to go all out to do shit to please y'all, but y'all can't wear no lace boxes. Don't even answer that shit. Sunday at 8 o'clock, P the fuck M. Be there or be square, okay?
I got you.
And that's all right. I'm cutting y'all motherfuckers off before y'all try to answer. Peace out, y'all. Thank you for co-hosting. I appreciate all you guys. I love y'all. I said lace, okay? Johnny, he'll be here Sunday at 8 p.m. for Coffee with Friends After Dark. We're going to talk about some shit, right? Why y'all can't wear lace drawers for the ladies? I don't understand. But in the meantime, between time, I love y'all. I'm out of here. Love, peace. No matter how low, you can still what?
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
And you can.
Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
Yep.
I never answered to no man, I still
and I don't. This is Coffee with Friends, and I'm Roy to Vivo. Peace, y'all. See y'all Sunday, 8 p.m. Coffee with Friends After Dark. And I'm out. Get this message, y'all. Hustle hard. Hey, I've been... What? I've been doing shit my way or the highway.
And in the driveway is a nice way.
Hey.
Down through the climb, I invite pain. Whenever you wish, now I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain
anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredients. Hey, with the negativity, but I just fly right by that energy.
Even when you feel low, you can still go.
What?
Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
Peace, y'all. I'm out.